this sound effects down here. Put that there, and we're ready to go. My stars, it is Sunday.
It is Sunday. It's Sunday Fun
It is
Day.
Sunday
Yay!
Fun Day. Welcome to Coffee and Headlines Sunday Fun Day edition, where nothing is sacred and no one is safe. If
Indeed.
if you are new to these broadcasts, my name is Paco Ojeda, and I don't wear this fabulous couture from Monday through Saturdays. During
He doesn't wear it
I don't
online.
I don't wear
He
anything.
wears it at home all the time.
Oh, stop it. Sitting next to me is my dear friend Paul Christ. You asked to see Paul, and I managed to summon him. He's in his transition period. He forgot to take his medication this morning.
And last night, I
Yes.
am off my meds.
Well, that's okay. So Paul is on his way to becoming Eileen to the left, also known as Rosa Melano, for his performance tonight
This afternoon at 5.
at 5 o'clock
Yes.
for Virtual Pride, and I don't know what happened to me. All of a sudden, this happened to me, and here we are.
He got into Eileen's closet.
Yes, I got into Eileen's closet. So we're
Eileen's closet is not a lonely place, let
oh
me tell
honey,
you.
I looked in there, and it is quite a mysterious place. Anyhow, let me take a quick look at what's going on. This somebody's Sherry's drinking coffee with cinnamon this morning.
Oh,
Sherry, we
yummy.
have a special surprise for you because later on today we're going to teach you the new and fashionable way to drink coffee. But I'm glad to see Claude, Michal, Sherry, Christy, David, Lynn, Bill, Geoff. How are you feeling after doing your broadcast for Virtual Pride? Geoff was not my student, but I coached him on a couple of things regarding to live streaming, and I think his show was very, very good. Gina Presley, it's so good to see you.
Hi, Gina.
Yes, yes. Look at all these wonderful people that join us today, even on Sunday. Michal loves the glasses. They come from a little store in Versailles. We're going to tell you all about it. Um, oh, I beg your pardon. Dave Riddings thinks that I should change my t-shirt color. I happen to think that orange and green go very well. Thank
It's
you.
it's a very Mexican color combination,
Of
actually.
course. Um, oh my God! Excellent question. Sly Klodziki is asking if the word cabron has more than one meaning.
The word cabron
I
has
know the
more than
answer,
one
but
meaning.
do you know?
I guess I don't. I mean, it can be used in either a positive or negative way, but does that constitute two meanings?
Well, cabron can be used when you say something is difficult. Like if I mean, are you going to become a real woman?
Uh-huh.
I can answer está cabrón, which means oh, I don't think so. Although come to think of it, never mind.
Let's
Um,
not.
but it can also be a very horrible insult. Like if you call
Yes.
somebody a cabron,
Yeah.
it's not a nice thing to call someone. And also, if you add it to a combo, like if you say pinche cabron, that is not a nice thing to say.
No, not at all. But don't you find that some, like among friends, ay cabron,
Oh,
¿cómo
of
estás?
course, yes,
Yeah, so
absolutely.
so
If
it's also like it's like a term of endearment, but only among very good friends,
and
right?
after a number of Pacifico beers.
Well, yeah,
Yes, I mean, if
those
you go like "te quiero
those
mucho, cabrón," it's like saying
exactly.
"I love you, mother." Well,
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking
yeah.
about. We do have the chingonario at hand in case we get boring and we have some consultations and some new words to learn. I think you know your fair amount of Mexican insults, don't you?
I've learned a few over these
Do
years.
you have a favorite?
Indeed. Yes, I do.
which
It's the
is,
worst one. It's puta madre.
I hear you say that quite often,
Yeah.
but you're
But there's the other one that I always use, and it's a ver.
but that's not a,
That's
that's
not.
not
It's
an
not.
insult.
It's
That's
not.
not
But
an
it's my
insult.
favorite Mexican phrase.
That's not an insult.
No.
William McGowan is watching from Sorrento. Sorrento. I don't know where Sorrento is.
Sorrento, Italy.
Well, that's what I think. That's what I think.
Wow.
Julie
We've gone
Bunker is
international.
Julie Bunker wants the glasses. I'm going to take these off because I want to make eye contact with our friends. If you want to continue to be anonymous, you can do that.
I need to be anonymous, I think.
Are you in makeup transition?
I'm not even in transition yet.
Anyhow, for starters, I think we should share the new way to drink coffee. Are you ready?
Yes.
We are going to teach you how to drink coffee Donald Trump style. And it goes like this. Did that work?
Yes, I think it did.
Yeah.
It worked for me.
It worked for
anyway.
you?
Yes,
Excellent.
it did.
Well, in case people don't know what we're talking about, just so you know, apparently President Trump has forgotten how to drink water. Take a look. There you go. So let's do it one more time so
Yes.
that everybody can learn.
Everyone
Are you ready?
needs to learn. Yes,
See?
here
Yeah,
we go.
okay. So stylish. There you go. So we are sitting here, in case you haven't noticed, we've been here all week, and you have been very, very generous in buying coffee this week for employees at
Oh.
Hotel Mercurio, and I've been tallying the numbers, and you won't be able to give him a house, but we will have a
A
nice
new car.
a new car.
And you get a car, and you get a car.
Oh, don't we wish? Don't we wish? No, we've been collecting coffees for the staff here, and we've been getting some coffees, which is good. It's a small amount, but it's a token of appreciation.
It will be very much appreciated.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
we've
absolutely.
managed to keep paying everyone through the whole shutdown and everything, but even in reception they depend on commissions from tours that they book. In the bar and the restaurant they depend on commissions. In the kitchen they get a share of the tips from the bar restaurant. So they're still not where they were 2.5 months ago
They're
before all
chubbier.
this started. Well, aren't we all?
Oh my lord.
Oof.
Oh my lord. Maybe I should put the glasses back on. This is embarrassing. So I mean, running a hotel, there must be a lot of fun or
Oh.
or weird or unexpectedly. Remember, this is Sunday Funday. There's nothing sacred, Paul. Just spill the tea. What is it like?
Oh. Well, most of my stories are not funny.
You think?
No, no. The ones that are really memorable are difficult. Like people
Difficult clients?
drugged and drunk, and things happening like that. People coming in the middle of the night after a night on the town, and they can be difficult.
What happens there?
Getting them up the stairs. Now I do remember, the receptionist having to push one guy up the stairs.
Literally?
Literally, like he was behind him, like pushing him up the stairs to get to his second floor room. That was rather funny, and nothing unfortunate happened.
Mhm.
Like they didn't both end up on the floor at the bottom of the stairs with this guest on top of the receptionist. So it worked out okay.
Now, you need to come clean with me on something.
Uh-oh.
Yes. You've been talking about this one guest that brought his own sex sling and then chose to
Oh.
leave it here. And you keep bragging about the fact that somewhere in the hotel you have a sex sling. I've never
it's-
seen it.
It's in a closet somewhere.
What good
we
is it?
we thought that we'd be renting it out, actually. Like, somebody,
Get this?
somebody might come and say, "Oh, and by the way, do you happen to have a sex sling that I could borrow for the week?" It
Well-
hasn't really happened, but we haven't really marketed it appropriately because those kinds of things, you have to let people know that it's available.
Well, in this COVID
So we
19,
we need to step up our game, I think.
I think you need to step up your game, because COVID-19, you got to have the perks. You got to have the perks.
Indeed,
Now, are you
indeed.
gonna dash to the beach tomorrow?
Well, no, actually, at 12:01 a.m., I am diving into that pool right there. Monday, 12:01 a.m.
That is tonight.
That is tonight.
Oh my God.
Look for the photo with a clock to prove the time on my Facebook page.
Will you be wearing underwear or a bathing suit, or are you
I
gonna
may
be
not wear
naked?
anything.
That desperate.
That's scary.
Well, I am itching to go swimming. I don't know that I'm going to go to the beach tomorrow because it might be a little bit too much for me, actually. But
It's been a week.
it's
It
it's
has been a week.
it has
Busy,
it has
busy,
been a
busy.
busy week. This week, it's been the morning coffee and headlines. For me, it's been then the daily live show for Virtual Pride. Then I had to produce your party live stream, and I had to produce two live streams for Perro Bravo, the Princesas Desesperadas, and the other one. And I miss my kitty. I miss my pussy. I do.
I don't because there are kitty hairs all over this microphone. Did you
There's
notice?
they're bitch. They they're sanitized kitty hairs. What are you talking about?
That's why I'm not sneezing.
There you go. A big shout out to Kathleen, who's here because Kathleen has been spending the week just churning and churning. Oops.
Like butter?
She's been churning like butter. Kathleen has been churning and churning and churning ice cream because Licks reopens tomorrow, so that we can continue to get blimpy and stuff.
Oh, I haven't had ice cream in so long,
Oh my God! And Licks ice cream.
especially Lick's ice cream.
Yes,
Oh my god.
I use it for licking.
Um, would you care to elaborate on that?
Um, would you care to elaborate on that? I saw you
Uh,
licking ice cream the other day.
but was it a cone or was it well, it wasn't off of anyone we know.
I'm not gonna go there.
Okay.
No, no.
Next topic.
Yeah, next topic. No, no. Licks ice cream. Licks ice cream. Todd is the one that churns. Oh, imagine
I
Todd.
bet he does.
Oh yeah.
Mm. Mm, mm.
Yeah, the first time I met them, I love Kathleen, but the first time I met them, I was like, Todd. He's
Mhm.
sexy.
I don't know Todd.
Oh my God, Todd is the nicest man, and he's handsome and he's sexy, and I bet he churns.
I bet he does.
Oh my Lord. But safely, within
Well,
COVID
yes.
19
Yeah, yeah.
guidelines.
No kissing.
No kissing, just churning, just
Right.
churning. Yeah, with the strict hygiene, churning. Yeah.
Mask on.
Yes. Yeah. Go get him, Kathleen. Go get him. We want to see Todd churn. No, seriously. So, Kathleen, are you opening the Olas Altas location on Basilio Vadillo? Are you opening Fluvial? Are you opening both? Please feel free to drop in your Facebook page, so that people know exactly where they can churn. Of course, he's a cutie. Yes, yes. Kathleen says that she's running everything else. No, it is good, and it's good to see that the Apaches boys, are going to be here this afternoon.
Yay.
We know that they're itching to open. We feel so sorry for bars that are not able to
Yeah.
open yet, but hang in there, guys. Hang in there, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at this. Todd wants me to churn with him together. Ooh, child.
Girl.
I will be churning with Todd. Okay, so okay, I'm getting the vapors. I'm getting the vapors. Okay, this is not supposed to be too queer because we're
Yeah.
not necessarily
Right.
this is not necessarily a
This
queer
is this
audience.
is not queer at all.
No, 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 no. This is just a little way to have some heat in the head. Um, I am going to open my chingonario to see if I can find an interesting new expression randomly. So here we go.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go. Um, De la chinga. Oh, de la chingada. This is very important because de la chingada is an expression that can be preceded by being de la chingada uh, by getting along de la chingada, by singing de la chingada, by falling de la chingada, by feeling de la chingada. We said that before. And de la chingada essentially means awful. So
Ah.
I've heard you sing, and you sing de la chingada.
Did he
He,
just say that?
yes, I did. Yes, I did. If we were to ask Gayoff, how he feels about the fact that he has not been able to open Apaches, he would say, "I feel de la
De la
chingada."
chingada.
Yeah, that's a good expression to learn. Yes. Um, oh, this is the example says, "I'm going to put my parents in different senior homes because they get along de la chingada," which means they cannot stand each other.
Right.
So there you go. That's your new phrase. That's your new phrase of the week, so that you can learn it. I would also like to report that last week, this whole thing about live streaming is a learning experience for everyone. A lot of people like to reference songs, and a lot of people like to reference videos. Um, and we find that the copyright laws are such that you cannot just be playing music without
Right.
authorization. You cannot be playing songs or videos without authorization. And last week we featured a video that included James Corden um, jumping around in his underwear with Beckham, the football
Right.
player. Well, I got a notification from YouTube, from a copyright owner in Japan, even though we just played the video without any sound. I got busted. So,
Really?
yes,
You know,
yes,
these algorithms, they've gotten so sophisticated.
yes.
Like that, they just pick up three notes from a song or a half a dozen images from a video and
Yeah,
bam,
yeah.
you're
So
you're
we're
you're
we're
caught.
gonna play this again just to tease YouTube.
Poor Donnie.
Poor Donnie. Yeah, that was short. That was short. Hopefully
Yeah.
YouTube won't
Yeah.
won't bust us. But I mean, being silly with these head gowns made me also remember a fabulous Bugs Bunny cartoon that I love, love, love. The one in which, do you know this? When he does he becomes a hairstylist because he's being chased by a monster. Have you ever seen
I
this?
I don't think I
This is
have.
back when cartoons didn't have to worry about being politically correct and whatnot. But check this out.
My stars, if an interesting monster can't have an interesting hairdo, then I don't know what things are coming to.
I mean, today you couldn't really do cartoons like that because everybody would
An
complain that they're not
interesting
politically
monster.
correct, which is a horrible thing. What would your mother say if she saw you wearing this fabulous chingadera?
You know, she would probably just sort of shake her head. She's pretty much seen it all since I was a rebellious teenager,
Uh
and
huh.
nothing surprises her anymore. She's 83, God love her. And we've actually, she knows that I do this drag persona, but we've not actually talked about it. I don't know if she's, I mean, she just hasn't mentioned it. So, but I think she would just be like, whatever.
I'm going to give a quick shout out to Tracy Willis because she's here. And if you don't know who Tracy Willis is, you would want to hug her after I tell you this story. I know Tracy for many, many years now. When I moved to Puerto Vallarta back in 2001,
Hmm.
there was such a thing as a lady that had a shop called Choco Banana.
Yes,
And
I
what
remember
she
that
used to
well.
sell was chocolate covered frozen bananas.
Hmm.
And it was here in this neighborhood. And as I started becoming more of a local, I learned that she had many, many years prior history in town. She is, was, and continues to be a legend. So I remember I had a chance to interview her, and we did some photographs of her uh, on the beach, right here on Los Muertos Beach.
Hmm.
And when she showed up with the original ice cooler. It was about this size. That she used years and years before when she started selling her choco bananas.
She is the original
She is the
Choco Banana
and
lady.
and not only that,
Really?
but she showed up with the ice cooler. And I remember we did a wonderful photograph of her where she's looking out at the ocean and she's like standing with her with her ice cooler. And two thoughts came to mind. The first one was how much wonderful energy, and I'm getting goosebumps. How much wonderful energy that ice cooler must have. And I had to touch it. I had to actually touch it.
Sure.
And then I thought to myself, girl, if you ever put that thing on eBay, you're gonna get shitloads of money for it.
Oh my goodness.
Anyhow,
All the
Tracy,
old timers
no,
from
big time,
Vallarta in the 90s
big
and
time. And then Tracy
wow.
sold her Choco Banana business here in town to Deb Egan.
Right.
Yes. And she went and moved to Sayulita, where she now has her amazing Choco Banana in Sayulita. And I don't see her frequently. I don't see you frequently, Tracy, but every time I see you, I am mindful of the fact that you are one of those building blocks of our community. And I'm so glad that you're watching, and I hope I'm making you blush like a schoolgirl. And I'm telling everybody, if you ever go to Sayulita, you must visit with Tracy Willis. She is right in front of the main plaza at Choco Banana. She is one of those people that continues to make life here wonderful. And now she is a
Fabulous.
huge advocate for assholes that build things where they're not supposed to.
An advocate for them?
Well, I mean, an advocate against them. Duh.
I
More
hope so.
more Trump coffee for me. Mm. She's one of those unspoken heroes that is always defending
Uh-huh.
beaches and nature and stuff like that.
Good for her. Good for her.
So
Thank you,
Tracy,
Tracy.
it is great to see you here, and it is great that you do what you do. Everybody, if you ever find yourselves in Sayulita, please stop by Choco Banana. Rita Myers calls us a couple of stunning ladies. Thank you.
Stunning,
Stunning.
especially. Yeah,
Stunning.
stunning. And, that can be interpreted in so many ways,
Don't
don't you
get me
think?
started. Don't get me started. Oh look, Tracy sends us love, and we send you love back, Tracy.
Mwah.
It's been a while since I've seen you, but you give me goosebumps. You really really do, and you are one of those people that everybody should know and should meet. Um, Clay agrees with me. Clay, how are things going? Clay has been telling me a lot of things about. Oh my God, I'm gonna send you on a mission because
Yes.
Paul's husband Luis. Um, no, we're not husbands, Paul and I. Everybody tends
Some
to
people
think.
think so.
I
Yeah.
know, I know, I know, but uh,
She's just my diva.
we are good friends. We are good friends. No, Paul's husband Louise works in City Hall, and Clay has been bringing to my attention a lot of news lately about the work that is being done at the Rio Quale. They're doing a lot of remodeling and stuff like that.
Right.
So maybe tonight when you go home and tuck your husband into bed,
Hmm.
like you do every single night.
Yes.
Okay.
Stop it.
Um, maybe you can then get some tea from him about what's going on at Isla Rio Cuale
Okay.
because they're supposed to be now making it into this wonderful park with all kinds of amenities and things like that. No cruising.
No.
No, no
No,
cruising.
no,
No, no,
no,
no, no.
no.
But they're getting rid of the pussies.
Are they still there?
There's a lot of pussy
Oh,
in the park. Yes,
Yeah.
they're still they're getting rid
Pussy.
of the cats.
Pussy in the Park. Wasn't there a movie or
No,
by
there was
that
a
name?
song called "Strangers in the Night."
Oh,
You're getting all
I'm
confused.
confused.
You're getting all
Okay.
confused.
Yeah, I definitely, I'd like to know what's going on at the Rio
Yeah.
Quale. So
Well,
we
I
should we
mean,
should we should walk down there
I kind of
and see
wanted.
the construction workers.
Oh my God, yes. We gave a crash course the other day about construction workers and how they became fashionable in Mexico and sexual and sexy as a symbol. And this really happened. You know, you probably missed it because it was in the context of the virtual gay pride,
Virtual
but
Pride.
it was in the 1920s in Mexico when the construction boom was taking place, that construction workers became this sexy symbol
Mm-hmm.
because they're lower class, but they're beautiful because of their work that they do with their bodies, and like all these upper crusty women would never confess to their lady friends that they were, banging a construction worker, but meanwhile the construction workers love to bang upper class women because that made them feel appreciated.
Indeed.
So maybe we can come back in another life as
As upper crust women.
hello. Oh, wouldn't that be lovely? Anyway, when you say getting rid of the cats, I know historically what that means. Um, well, I'm going to tell you this, Mary Matis Bishop Art. I certainly hope that they're doing it responsibly,
Yeah.
and I don't mean any offense about the
No.
cats or anything. I do know that there is a population of cats um, that is out of control. Oh my God, we may have offended people because now Julie's asking the same thing.
Uh-oh.
Let me clarify.
I do think I know that they're doing
Oh
sterilizations
yes,
just to
yes, yes.
you know
Please, I mean, please,
and
audience.
and feeding them. I think
Yes.
I think Ivan Kalman, who has Casa Iwaneka,
Mm-hmm.
I think she's
Yes.
spent years
Yes. We don't mean to be catty here.
supporting the cats and trying to limit the population growth
Yes.
because I mean it can get out of hand
Yes.
and was for a while. I don't know if it still is.
Yes.
It's not. I haven't followed what's going on with that
Yes.
lately, but
Yeah.
I
No.
mean there are people that are really concerned and doing what I think is good work
Mm-hmm.
to take care of
Mm-hmm.
these cats on the Rio Quale Island.
No, Mary is concerned, and I would be concerned too. And I don't mean we don't mean to be catty, and we don't mean to just brush off or be superficial about this. We certainly hope that the government is doing this responsibly, and I know that all the remodeling work that is being done in the Rio Quale is being done with the Emiliano Zapata Neighborhood Association. So I can only hope that the association itself is making decisions that are responsible for everybody. I am a cat lover, so I would be the first person that would shriek if I knew that any kind of animal was being handled inappropriately.
Hmm.
We're being expected to go back to the jokes. Oh my goodness,
Oh,
yes.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
It's Sunday Fun Day.
Yes, and it's almost a half an hour, and we usually only stick around for a half an hour. And so, what other funny things do we have to say?
Now you've put me on the spot.
Well, have you watched any funny things on television?
No, I don't watch television.
You
Well, I
don't
do. I watch
watch.
news,
Oh my God,
which is
Ken
sad.
Morrison is here from Morelos. We love Ken because Ken dares to go out on the street wearing chingaderas like
He
this.
does.
He
And
is
Ken and Barbie.
Ken and
Ken and
Barbie,
Barbie.
of course,
Although
absolutely, absolutely,
he had Barbie for many years.
yes.
His dog.
Oh! There's some scoop here. Oh my! I think the story is that Tracy had to leave because she sold a certain type of choco banana with a strawberry on the top, and it was called a coxicle. No,
Is
seriously?
this true?
Oh my God. Tracy, is this a true story? If you're still on board, please let us know. If the mayor thought that you were selling phallic dessert, you should have been given an. Maybe it is your fault that this whole neighborhood is so queer. Is that the case? Maybe,
It's,
if that is the case, we should be giving Tracy an award.
I think you're right.
Yes, yes. So now Clay has got me all intrigued about the vulgarity of the coxicle. What I do know is that a lot of people call this. A lot of people think that this area is called Zona Romantica because it's a romantic neighborhood, which it isn't. Zona Romantica is the name that was given to the neighborhood back, I think it was in the 80s,
Uh-huh.
when the locals were trying to um, get rid of the gay population or somehow market this not as a gay
Right.
neighborhood. So they called it the romantic zone. La Zona Romántica, and I've always laughed at that um, expression because it's a great cosmopolitan neighborhood. It's a very diverse
Hmm.
neighborhood, but it's not any more romantic than Versailles or
No.
yeah. Well, I'm not seeing a remark back from Tracy, so we may have to live in mystery as to whether she used to do phallic-looking desserts or not. A coxicle. That is really funny. I think because I don't see any new comments, I don't want to start rambling. I don't think we should
Okay.
ramble. I think
No.
this is a good place to stop. I hope you've been amused. All of you that stuck around, we've had a good audience today, as always. And as always, I am grateful for your company. I am grateful for the fact that you uh, trust the news and headlines that we share here. I am grateful to my dear friend Paul, and
It's
people
been lovely having you around all week.
people want to hear you talk about the things that you know about and are passionate about, which is politics and stuff like that. So hopefully, not on a Sunday,
No,
we can have you back and we can get
of
into a
course.
different kind of conversation if
Of
we
course.
can hold ourselves seriously.
It could get very polemic
well,
because I do come with a point of view.
Well, I have a point of view too, and again, what we try to do is we try to be funny, we try to be positive, uplifting, but points of view are definitely there. A lot of the audience has a point of view as well, and it is really interesting to bounce things around with people and get
Absolutely.
different reactions and so forth and so on. But as I said before, I feel that I'm starting to ramble again. Folks, thank you very much. A reminder, if you feel like buying any coffees for Hotel Mercurio's staff, please do this. They deserve it. They are struggling as much as anybody else. And I will see you. Oh my God, we didn't talk about the weather. Well, the weather is
Oh,
nice, and then it starts to rain
it's
and
the
it
weather.
gets smuggy. Yeah, it is the weather. We'll do this again soon, tomorrow morning, of course. Stick around if you're keeping track of the LGBT activities going on with the virtual Pride celebration. I'm going to have an interview in Spanish in just about 20 minutes. And then this afternoon at 5 o'clock, Paul is having his big Hotel Mercurio extravaganza. You're welcome to attend, but only how many people are allowed?
We can fit 24 people here.
24 people. So if you want to hang out with us at Hotel Mercurio and keep things safely distant, get here early and um, and continue to stay healthy and stay safe and stay empathetic of people's feelings. Let us remember that there are a lot of people that have different levels of of fear, of trust, of concern through this very challenging time, and let us try to be understanding and supportive of each other.
Well said.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Have a great day.
This